Hi, this is James Ellsworth, and you're listening to the Still Real After Party.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, wake up! Welcome to the after party! Wake up, put your hands up, put them up! It's time that you make your voice heard! Wake up, put your hands up, get them up! Hell yeah!
So like, after you're done hitting up the self-service on yourself, you know what I'm saying, when you're pulling the old Hamburg.
Are you talking about masturbation?
I am, dude.
Okay, just checking.
Have you ever read the comments and shit?
On what?
On like any porn video you're watching?
Oh my god, on Pornhub? That's like some of the best comment sections I've ever seen.
Dude.
They're asking for like advice and shit?
Dude, last night after I was, done doing my thing or whatever, I started reading these things, and for some reason in my head, I just went into like John Laurinaitis' voice as I was reading them.
Okay.
In my head, it was funny him sitting at a computer, and like I was reading this one, and it was like, I don't understand why she's not wearing socks. It's like the floor's disgusting. There's 32 guys in that room.
Oh my
I
god.
was just like,
what the fuck kind of videos are you watching?
I need a lot of dick to get off sometimes, you know?
I've been recording this whole time, by the way.
Oh, good.
I'm glad. I'm glad you
there.
got caught instead of me this time.
Hey guys, we are the Still Real After Party. My name is Zanka. I'm one of your hosts. You can follow me on Instagram if you want, at Zanka Comedy. I mostly am just on at Still Real to Us on Instagram, though. And my co-host here is Mr. Jake.
Hey.
You're not going to say you can follow me here?
You can follow me at That Travers Kid on Twitter and That Travers Kid _SRAP on Instagram.
Dude, you had so much energy. And I go, and this is Jake. And I get,
hey, how's it going?
You basically just John Laurinaitis is me, dude.
I mean, you apparently seem to be obsessed with John Laurinaitis.
I don't know what happens. Sometimes I just think of his voice because it's so, like, I don't know, just so different.
I don't understand why you think of John Laurinaitis when you're watching 32 dick porn.
Oh, well, it was after the fact. You start cruising for the weird shit to read.
I just look for, like, Fortnite advice or whatever on Pornhub.
Watching porn?
Yeah. No, after. Like, after in the comments section, there's, like, people like, hey, how do I get better at Fortnite? Even though I don't play Fortnite.
I was going to say, I have no idea what Fortnite is, but I know, like, Drake plays it.
Drake played it, like, one time on a stream, yeah. But, yeah, supposedly he plays it.
So that's where I'm at in life with video games. I'm still up to date on my fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, though.
That kind of ties me into something I wanted to get talking about.
What's this?
Regarding the Patreon.
Okay.
So, I was thinking about a new show that is yet to be named because I haven't thought of anything clever yet. But I want to teach you about the ways of the pop cultures.
Oh, I'm into this.
Because you are woefully you're horrible at this kind of stuff.
You can say I'm ignorant.
You're
you
fucking
don't have to be so. I just
dumb
don't care.
as a stump, and you need to learn about these things.
Dude, I'm too busy watching wrestling to even care about fucking Fortnite.
Fortnite. I don't care about Fortnite, but there are things I care about, like Riverdale and Stardew Valley.
I know. And we have a disconnect in our relationship where you try to like. Hey man, did you see that last night?
I just want to make.
No, I haven't.
I just want to make like references and have someone get it, but maybe they get it, but they're not here right now. I need someone in the moment to get it.
You got to go back to the early 2000s for me. Like that's where all my references
Hey, you
come
remember Full House and Boy Meets World?
See? Yes,
all right.
I do.
Me too. So
I still got a hard on for Topanga, dude.
I mean, now or then? Because it's weird if you do now from then.
Now from then is weird, but then I was then too, so it was the same.
Okay, fair enough. Season finale of Riverdale is tonight, so that kind of reminded me even more so that I want to get going on this and kind of make it a thing.
Is this like their WrestleMania?
I mean, sure. I guess that's what a season finale of anything is. It's like because isn't that supposed to be the end of the wrestling season?
Yeah, it's supposed to kick off a new season.
They're like, it's a new season of Monday Night Raw, even though nothing changed. I don't know what you're talking about,
yeah,
Michael Cole.
There was a year there where it was like, and now a new season. It went right back to like Ms. Ambrose.
Yeah, the same
brands.
shit. I'm like, what? So yeah, I guess it's the culmination of everything that had happened prior in the season, and this is something we will dive more into at the time of the actual show.
So you're gonna teach me about pop culture?
Yeah. Okay. And if you can think of a name, or if anyone out there can think of a name that we can steal and probably make money off of, please tell me.
Teaching Zanka PC.
What?
Pop culture.
Oh. It doesn't
Well,
flow.
I say words like cunt and shit
Well,
that I'm
that's
not
true.
supposed to say, so
But-
it's a play on word.
but
it's funny.
Think about how well the Chop Shop flows.
Yeah, well,
That
I
other
had
one
time
doesn't
to think
flow.
about that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. This doesn't have to be immediate.
Okay.
This is just a little teaser for something we're working on.
Well, like, I'm not gonna be able to watch the season finale now because I have no idea what's going on. So I was trying to be immediate in the moment.
Well, you can watch. The first season's on Netflix for Riverdale.
Is Riverdale a high school?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
town. Well, it's
Because
town.
it sounds like it would just be like the name of a high school of like jock dudes who just.
Yeah,
See?
I mean, you're
Dude,
getting
that's
there.
what the show should be. You
You
tell me
guessing?
about something, and it's like, me guessing about headlines and
I
shit.
mean, that's pretty accurate. There is a high school. It's Riverdale High. See, it's a little teaser because I'm
Alright.
kind of teaching you right now. There's Riverdale High, but the town itself is Riverdale, and a bunch of wacky shit goes down.
Are there zombies?
No.
I mean, I
Not
didn't
yet.
mean zombies. I meant, what is that fucking Twilight show about?
Vampires?
Are there vampires?
Also, no.
Ah.
There's gonna be a witch.
Vampires were huge for a while. So
Did you,
I just guessed everything had vampires in it.
When you were, I mean, this might be a little past your time, but do you remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
I do.
This is connected to that universe, and they're bringing in like a younger version of Sabrina.
Oh, and they had that little sarcastic, cunty fucking cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that I don't know how close it's gonna be
Wait, is
related.
the cat still in it?
I don't know. It hasn't happened yet.
That wouldn't be realistic. The cat would be dead by
It's
now.
completely recast and everything. Like it's a whole new thing because it's
They
based
got
on
a new cat?
It's based no, not the cat. It's based on Archie comics, like the old school Archie comics, right? So they're bringing in Sabrina.
Wait a minute.
Oh my god.
Like the Joan Hart Sabrina?
Yeah.
Like
Only
she's-
it's not gonna be her.
Ah, damn.
No, it's completely recast. It's some younger lady.
I wonder what she's looking like these days.
Probably. Well, she might be all right. I
know.
don't think she got into like
that was
drugs
a
or
serious
anything.
question.
I don't think you should look her up. I don't think she's gotten into like drugs or anything.
Next time on Zanka Searches Pornhub,
Oh my
something Joan
God.
Hart.
Looking up fucking John Laurinaitis memes and shit.
Oh, God.
We have not talked about wrestling yet,
I fucking do John Laurinaitis in my Pornhub reference
Yeah,
earlier.
but-
People power, dude.
but no one gives a shit about John Laurinaitis.
Dude, when you're on your third jerk session, you just don't think you have the strength in you, what comes to your head?
Not John Laurinaitis or you. No,
You need the fucking people power.
I need the what? No, this is absurd.
Ah. Well, that's my life.
I guess so. You're looking at
While
porn
you're
comments.
watching Riverdale, I'm fucking doing John Laurinaitis impressions to myself.
I'm just watching Riverdale and playing fucking video games, and you're jerking off, talking like John Laurinaitis.
I'm not jerking off while I'm talking about Laurinaitis. I'm usually cleaning up my belly and talking like Laurinaitis.
Let's talk about Raw. Because this has already gone way off the rails.
You're right.
So let's talk
Bring it
about
in.
let's
Bring it
talk
in.
about the reason people are here.
Oh, well, I gotta say,
Well-
the Chop Shop was a success.
Yeah, Chop Shop was great.
How's your chest feeling?
Fine.
Fine?
Yeah, I mean, it was more in the moment. It was a little red that night, but it is what it is.
The first Chop,
Uh-huh.
I listened back because I was laughing my ass off.
Oh yeah.
That was a popped one.
It was funny. I mean, it's quality content. Speaking of that quality content, you have a little bit of an announcement to make regarding that as well.
Oh, I do?
Yes?
I think I do. So, everybody on podcasts is selling undies these days. I don't even wear underwear, so I'm not even going to do that. I just let my fucking goodie bag, it basically in a tornado tag match all day in my pants.
You guys can't see it, but I'm looking at him like a weirdo.
It's just free range, dude.
Huh.
So, one thing not a lot of people are selling though, socks. So, I decided, we decided, they hit us up. We're going to be working with Rock'em Socks, so you can check them out on rock'emsocks.com. They just, after 4 years of trying, they just got a whole deal worked out with WWE. They got a whole list of, I think it's 13 superstars is the first one that they're going to release. So you're going to have different socks. You're going to have like Ronda Rousey socks. You're going to have, I think it was The Rock's on a pair of socks, Stone Cold. You're going to have Brock Lesnar.
Ugh.
You can wear those socks once a month.
I will not. No way.
Come on, dude.
You wear
They're
them once.
great
Yeah.
socks.
Here's the thing. If I wear them once a month, they will be showing up more than Brock Lesnar. So.
Well, I can tell you this. They sent me a pair, and they fit great. I love them. I wear them. I definitely want more just for the sake of having... I like collecting stupid shit like this.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, you should really get into this, man.
I want to buy socks. Yeah. Why can't they send me anything?
Well, you can't buy any right now.
Oh.
See, the whole thing is it starts May 23rd.
That's soon.
Rock'emsocks.com.
I like it.
ROCKEMSOCKS.com. If you sign up for their, whole mailing list and everything on there, you get discounts and you get like little up-to-date things and all these different things. So I definitely suggest checking them out, guys. Rock'emsocks.com. Like I said, they're working with WWE, so you can guarantee that the designs are prime. Like I said, I got a pair. I washed them. Still perfect, dude. It doesn't look like when you buy a pair of fucking, Hanes or something, and there's fucking, like, pink shit on there because your girl threw her fucking underwear in there with your whites.
Hey, I like pink shit, though.
Yeah, well, I know that about you, Jake.
Hey, I like pink. Don't just leave me alone. It's a
You know
manly
who else
color.
liked pink?
Oh,
Aerosmith. They had that dope-ass song, Pink.
Aerosmith is great.
I
That's
know,
not a
I
good
know.
comparison
I'm
at all.
not helping my case at
No.
all.
If
Bret
you're
Hart
trying to
liked Pink.
Bret Hart's great.
Yeah,
what are you
fuck,
doing?
All right, I'm done.
All right.
So basically, they're releasing 13 pairs of awesome WWE Superstar socks. Check them out, rock'emsocks.com. Like I said, I got a pair. This isn't no bullshit plug. I wore them. They're fucking awesome. And mine are Ronda Rousey because I'm Mark.
I'm jealous. I want free socks.
They're coming your way.
Yeah.
I got to wear them first, and then I'll send
Okay,
them to you.
fair. Oh, God, yours?
Yeah, dude. And after our whole talk today, you're
Oh my
not going
God.
to want the right socks.
I'm just going to be thinking of John Laurinaitis the whole time.
Oh, by the way, Rock'em Socks, John Laurinaitis socks, I'm buying.
Is that a real thing?
No. but
No, it
that's
never
what
will
I'm
be
saying.
either. It never will be.
Bullshit.
Hey, you can request it.
I got to get Johnny Ace on here.
I thought he still worked for the WWE, no?
Yeah, he does, but I can just, I can
be
go
like,
through
hey.
my Total Bellas thing and see me like,
I guess. Just
hey,
like,
hook
hey,
me up with Johnny Ace.
Johnny.
They're gonna be like, who do you want, Nikki? No, give me Johnny.
Man, I don't know.
All right, so that's out of the way. Let's seriously get into Raw.
Things about stuff.
It was all done in England.
Yep.
Liked the
O2
crowd.
Arena.
Thought it was fucking awesome, man.
See, I don't care for that crowd for
No?
the most part. They're like sometimes into it, but then they just kind of fade out for no reason, and I'm like,
Basically how I am while I'm watching Raw. Though.
Well, you fade out during anything that is elongated. That
This
is not
true,
a penis.
Which is why I am not into watching Riverdale just yet, because it's more than 20 minutes long.
It is more. It's an hour long, but you'll get there.
Dude, you want to know how like behind the times I am? Speaking of this shit,
Flip phone,
no
burner phone.
Come on, man, I'm up to date with that shit. I got my beep on lock.
Oh
I
my
just
goodness.
fucking watched the A-Team from way back in the day.
The show.
No, the movie. Dude.
Oh.
With
Oh.
that dude from Taken in it.
Oh my god.
I loved it. See, if it's got shoot 'em up shit and stupid ass one-liners like anything Jean-Claude Van Damme is in, I'm watching that shit.
We're a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, I know, but we just kind of shoot the shit for a while.
That's true.
Honestly, Raw didn't have much going on
I thought there was
except
some.
for
There was some things going on.
qualifying matches were awesome.
Granted, I didn't watch the full 3-hour version because I will not do that for the most part.
You're like the guy who doesn't vote for the president but still talks shit online.
Yeah, but this is gonna get me some shit. I did vote and like the president, so fuck that.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm indifferent.
Come at me. So let's talk about Raw, finally.
Do it.
Roman kicked off the show with so many boos.
I gotta be honest, man. He's a heel.
I know.
He doesn't get cheered anywhere anymore.
Who would have guessed that Jinder would be the babyface in a Roman Jinder feud? Like, it doesn't.
Never.
No.
Like, Jinder's never been the babyface.
doesn't make any sense. And
3MB was his closest.
he's still technically not, but in our eyes and a lot of people's eyes, he is the face here.
I think there's got to be something in the works. I see a lot of people making images of Roman with the AOP behind him. I think that's an awesome idea
That'd
to
be
go
cool.
with. I think they got to do something, man. It's just not working the way they want it to work. But if you flip him heel, he'll be the hottest fucking heel ever.
100%.
Really, like, you know what I'm saying? And they are having trouble building stable baby faces and stable heels. Make him a heel for a good while, and he'll bring up every baby face.
So you're saying Jinder top babyface of company?
No, I'm
Oh.
saying guys like Seth Rollins, Braun
Obviously.
Strowman, those guys going up against Roman, and Roman going over as a heel would be epic.
Right. Yeah. He like you said, he is a heel right now, and they don't see it that way. The WWE doesn't see it that way, but everybody around them does, and it's wild.
And it's funny that they keep, picking him to start every episode of Raw when the crowd is at its peak, like it's wide awake, it's
I
amped
know.
for the show, and then they
like
hit
Katy
the
Perry.
dun dun dun, and it's like, why if you bring him out halfway through the show, even if they're gonna be boos, at least it'll bring the crowd back into the show
That's
because there's
true.
always that midpoint where it's a lull.
And the funny thing is, I know it's like cool to boo Roman and whatever, but he still sells so much merch that
He's
it's
not the leader anymore.
well,
though.
yeah, but he's
third,
top 5.
so- right?
He's top
yeah.
5, so like he's still selling so much merch. It doesn't matter what the reaction is, and he even took to Twitter or whatever. He said in an interview or something.
Anybody can be top 5 though. I mean, our homie James Ellsworth had the highest selling shirt for a little while there.
That is true, but still, You look at the top 5 and you're like, oh, okay, the people are doing well. But
See, I'm
but
someone
then you
who
hear the
scours
boos.
the internet
Yep.
on a daily basis with wrestling when it
That's
comes to
true.
wrestling, just
That's
because I'm
all you
posting
do.
memes, I'm doing this shit, I'm doing all that. Everything I see the opposite now. I don't think it's cool to hate Roman. I think it's cool, like the sarcastic cool to like Roman and talk shit about people who hate him just because. Whatever. It's cool to hate Roman, isn't it? Well, I like the guy.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, I like Roman.
I like Roman.
And I've always been this way. I hate his push just for the fact that it hasn't gotten him over.
Right.
And if it's not, something's not working, switch it. That's all. It's like the guy's a talent. You're not utilizing him to his capabilities.
I agree with you. But like I said, no one sees it as a failure, which is bizarre to me because it's so clearly a failure that I just don't understand why they continue to move forward with a face Roman when he could be #1 heel in the company.
And it's not even. I don't think it's the face heel thing so much anymore.
Well,
as it is the push. It's a lot of the times it's his opponents they're choosing. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole him and Brock thing for this long is over because Brock's not that over, Roman's not that over, and it's just it's not working. When Roman was actually IC champ for a little while,
People kind of liked
there
him.
was more cheers than
Yeah.
there are now for sure.
Oh,
So it's
for
like
sure.
I don't know if it's just because he was away from the Universal Championship, or if it's the fact that people aren't. He was fighting people that he doesn't fight all the time. I think that's the
Right.
biggest thing. Is right now Roman's at a spot where it's like they don't see any other suitable guys to go against him other than Brock, and they tried pegging Jinder because he was a heel, but
Right.
it's not working.
Here's how I see it. If you swap Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins in their current positions, no one's complaining.
Right.
That's how I feel. Because Roman as a mid-card guy, perfect. I mean, he can be a main eventer, sure. But
He is a main eventer,
Yeah.
just in the wrong shell right now.
Right, they pushed him too quickly. They after they split the Shield, they pushed him too quick, and it just people died out on it. But like I said, if you put him as IC champion where Rollins is now, move Rollins to the top of the card, have him beat Brock, things are good again.
It's the predictability factor with Roman. I think,
know.
too. It's just like he's never had any twists.
He's never had
turns,
any controversy,
swerves,
like nothing.
anything. So it's like a slight heel turn, anything, man, or just like him showing, like you were saying a couple weeks ago, have him go on a losing streak.
Well,
as
that's
a
what I
face.
wanted,
Right,
yeah.
that would work. I mean, his character's been so constant, the same thing. It worked with Cena because Cena always had a 50-50 reaction. I mean, obviously not the ECW arena, not WrestleMania, after WrestleMania, but it's like. Anywhere else he would go with 50. If he went over to England, it would be 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Roman is. I'm not saying this as a hater because like we always talk about how we like the guy.
Right.
He's 90% booze.
Yeah.
And the longer he stands there and doesn't say anything, you hear a couple cheers in the front from little kids or girls, and then it's just a fucking boo.
Yeah, it's getting bad.
They gotta do something. They gotta do a twist, a turn, something not predictable with him.
And see, like, I still don't mind it, like, because I don't care at this point. I just kind of am taking it for whatever it is at this point, and but I'm not the one you gotta appease here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the mainstream audience you really have to appease, and I am not part of that.
See, again, the him and Jinder thing would be perfect, but they're opening the show with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's where it's like people are sick of seeing him right in this spot. I mean, obviously the opening to Raw and the close to Raw is where you put your main event guys.
I mean, I'm happy that they kind of carried it through the show, like a small storyline throughout the show, because that gives it something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I kind of care a little bit about it. But I know the matches are not going to be great.
yeah, I'm always a sucker for the backstage segments, and that's
Right.
perfect for these two because, like you're saying, the matches aren't going to be barn burners.
No, the matches are not going to be great. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be better than Brock and Roman, honestly. That's just me. Because there'll be more character work as opposed to Brock just suplexing people.
And I got to say, Jinder, his character, you was talking about character
Mm-hmm.
work, his character has developed so well over these past few, I think, years. Actually,
Yeah.
a couple of years, dude. He's really grown as a character. He's grown as a heel. All the things I was negative on him about when he was champion, he's worked on. So
Oh, absolutely.
I got to say, like,
He's
props
one of
to
the
that guy.
he's one of the best characters in the company
Mm-hmm.
because just he knows how to talk. He's really good at it. He can kind of wrestle. Like he knows how to put on an okay match for the most part. But he knows how to tell a story in the ring. And I have a little bit of a question for you. Do you think, even though they don't see Roman as a heel, no one does, or no one in the company does, do you think this is like a subtle way to turn Jinder into a face?
No,
No?
because Jinder's money as a heel.
I agree,
I
but-
don't think it's going to be tough to get behind him just for the simple fact that that character works best as a heel in the WWE. It always has. If you're not from America, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. It's
Well,
like
I agree, but
instant heel.
look
It's
at
not-
Rusev. I mean, he started with a similar thing, and now he's technically not a face right now, but he gets babyface reactions.
But Rusev is a different character.
I know.
Rusev's funny.
But he started
when
that
they were
way.
pushing Rusev as the the machine or whatever the hell. What she used
Bulgarian
to call it?
Brute.
Bulgarian Brute. Yeah, it was like different. He never talked. When that guy's got so much character, so much talk. It's funny. It's all this. Jinder out of character. He's a funny guy,
Yeah.
but he's not Rusev kind of funny where it comes off almost more natural. Jinder's just like a nice guy out of character. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
you can push a nice guy, but it won't get you that far.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of the only comparison I can think of as of right now.
Right.
Rusev he did come out of that, and he came out of it naturally, and I just don't know. Maybe they'll do that with Jinder just for this feud. I don't know.
I think if Jinder had a little bit more to his arsenal inside the ring, they could go almost a Drew McIntyre style babyface in NXT, where he's a good worker. He's good on the mic. He's improved on the mic. I will
sure.
give him that
For sure.
And his entrance is actually one of my favorites.
Jinder's?
Yeah,
It's awesome.
it's a
And his
great
music
entrance.
is great.
Right.
Like, his build, like, everything about him is great.
Yeah.
He just could be better in the ring.
Well, that's it, really. And he's good in the ring. He's a
Yep.
good hand, but it's a good. Is it a main event worthy? Like, Drew McIntyre to me is money right now. 100.
Oh, yeah.
When him and Braun were having the standoff in the ring, I was like, wow, Drew's fucking huge, man.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Braun mark, but like I
course.
would love to see Drew in this role as the top heel of the company, basically.
I think it'll take a little bit, but I agree with you.
But,
Yeah.
because he's got to run through the Hardys first.
Yeah.
Well, Matt and Bray.
Maybe there could be something else going on with that later on.
Mm-hmm.
But we've talked enough about Roman and Jinder. that was a running storyline throughout the night. Jinder couldn't compete because he was hurt by Roman in a backstage brawl.
Roman
and then
getting
he
that
went
cheap fucking.
Yeah, cheap heat. Then he went through a fucking cheap fake ass wall. The fakest wall I have ever seen in my entire life. It literally led into a hallway with arrows pointing outward to where they just went inward.
I really wish they did that better because you could tell it was kind of pre-taped
was
and
bad.
everything. It was like when Braun flips shit over, they don't show you the fucking thing helping
Like
him
the
flip.
chain or
Yeah,
whatever, yeah.
It's like this was like he's definitely going through that, and there was nothing, like you said, nothing on the other side.
Just like, some cheap drywall that
A
was
rug,
placed there
yeah,
just
yeah.
a couple minutes ago.
It was definitely they could have done that a little bit better, in my opinion. I like the candy glass, like when they do that shit. Like,
Okay, yeah.
Again, that's dangerous. Obviously, both guys and Roman's going in head first.
Yeah.
But they should have done something with a little bit more shatter. Or
I mean,
so-
it's
like,
fine. I
yeah.
don't mind the spot itself. It was just...
It looked like the wall that the fucking what's that dude who came out? I'm having no recall today.
Who knows?
No sleep.
Yeah, I feel that shit. I fucking never sleep anyway.
Who's the dude in the Star Wars helmet that they diamondized?
You don't even know about Star Wars, all right?
I don't.
You talking about the Shockmaster?
Yes, there was the same wall the Shockmaster went through.
Yes, only that was way more of an iconic moment.
Yeah, that will live on forever.
So we've talked too much about them. That's just for sure.
Well, the next thing that happened is my favorite part of Raw.
Seth Rollins.
I thought this match could have opened Raw. Mm-hmm. Like if they just swapped
It
Roman
could have main evented
segment-
Raw.
Well, no, I know, but I'm saying if they swapped the Roman segment with this,
Yep.
it would have played out better to me. Because the
Sure.
Roman segment brought it down in the very beginning for me, just because it didn't move as fast as I wanted
Yeah,
to.
but you know why they bring Roman out first, because he's the guy.
I
It's
know,
his
I know.
yard. Come
But
on, man.
Again, it's tough. Raw doesn't open with too many matches because they like to set the storyline throughout the whole show, which I understand.
Because it's a 3-hour show.
But this show's different. It's taped. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
would have been a cooler spot just to have that crowd so hot. I mean, the crowd was hot for the match anyway.
That's true.
But just the opening bell, have Rollins' music hit, and fucking they go right into a match. It would be dope.
It's a crime that Seth Rollins isn't Universal Champion.
I would say that, but the IC title has always been my favorite, and I like that it's on him.
I agree, but it will be a crime if he doesn't become Universal Champion, because he's the most over person in the company. That's not even... That's a fact, is what it is.
This isn't me because I'm a fan of these
Sure.
guys, but the three biggest pops, Elias.
Seth Rollins, Elias, and Rusev. It's got to be, right?
On SmackDown, yeah.
Oh,
but I'm talking
are we
Raw.
talking on Raw?
It was
Finn.
Braun. No, it was Braun.
Oh, Braun too,
It
yeah.
was Elias, like I said, which was shocking. Not shocking. He's over with a lot of crowds, but he
That's
was
true.
really over with them.
Yeah.
And
Finn's
yeah.
got to be top 4 then.
Yeah,
He's
I
got to
think
be like
Finn's
right
good.
there.
I think Finn's another guy that storyline wise, he has nothing.
No.
I mean, now Braun's teaming with him randomly. So
That was
it's
just kind of like a here's something to do kind of thing, which I get because they need them on the show.
But again, back to what we were talking about. This match,
Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens, because I never got Kevin Owens out.
Yeah, I mean, I would give it 6 slices.
Yeah,
man,
absolutely. For a Raw match, even though it was a championship match and everything, it was a pay-per-view caliber match on Raw, which is always great to see.
I love that. The only thing that scares me about this open challenge thing is think about their schedule that they've just gone through. They had WrestleMania, they had the Greatest Royal Rumble, they had all.
And they're on their
Backlash.
London tour, which is nonstop.
Nonstop, dude. Rollins is putting on these matches like.
I just don't want him to get hurt.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a little nervous. He's putting on these crazy matches.
Well, every
all
time
the time.
every time he does anything on his knee, like anytime he puts pressure on it, I'm like, oh my god, please don't do that.
Well, again, those aren't the things that are going to hurt him. It was a fluke thing where he flipped over like Kane. You know what I mean?
Oh
And,
god,
like,
still
tweaked
every
his
time he
knee.
does it though, because it's a pre-existing injury, and I'm like, ugh, god, stop.
I'm just saying though, the workload on that guy is phenomenal right now. He's got to have a couple of easy matches in this little thing coming up. Maybe him versus anybody really else, and just have it be a quick finish type.
Maybe
deal.
like bring Chad Gable out or something. I mean, that won't be an easy
no,
match. That'll be a
tough
hell of a
match.
match,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
It'd be great. But Chad Gable's a good worker, so I feel like they could put on a safe match. You know what I mean?
Oh,
With it
right.
still
I'm not
being
saying
good.
it's safe. Anything, any bump you take hurts.
That's-
So that's all I'm saying. And he'll get tossed around if he's going against Gable.
Right.
That's the only thing I'm saying is his bump card's getting pretty full since this Open Challenge, and just
He's getting
their
bruised.
current tour, man. Every other match was a tag match or a triple threat match.
Yeah.
Like they're saving everybody, but Rollins is going out there and just fucking
know.
throwing it all on the line.
But every time he goes out there, he's putting on like a insane match.
I know it's weird for me to be complaining. I'm not complaining about it.
Right.
I'm like cautiously worried for
I
him.
know. But yeah, like you said, pretty much every time you put Rollins in a match, it's almost always a 6+.
Oh yeah.
That's just a fact, and I know I've always known that he's been this good, but I feel like for some reason it's really showing now. It showed a lot with his heel run with the WWE title. But right now, I don't know. He's at the top of his game, and it's insane.
It was the soft turn that did him in for a little while.
For
the soft
sure.
babyface turn.
Because it was not great, and now
Right.
he's finally comfortable in that role, in the babyface role, and he's killing it. He's the number one babyface right now in the company.
Yeah, it's him and Braun, really. Babyface
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, that's super true. So obviously Rollins won.
Yep.
I mean, there's no reason to put the belt on Owens for no reason. He will come into play later on. He pulls double duty tonight.
I do like how Owens went right to Kurt, though. He's like, I'm
Just like,
calling
what the fuck?
Steph.
Yeah, he's like, I'm calling mom.
Telling
Like,
you, Mom.
oh my god, yeah. Kevin Owens, he's another one. Obviously, he's not like as over as like Seth, but he's
over.
super
Oh,
over,
yeah.
And he's one of the best like tweener heels because he's like a heel, but he's goofy. He's like a goofy
Dude,
heel.
yeah.
Sami Zayn
He's
is
so
the same
good
way.
at it, dude.
Sami Zayn's the same way. They've always
Sami
been that
Zayn-
way.
Sami Zayn as a heel has really, really found his groove, man.
I agree 100%. So we'll talk a little bit more
glad he's
about
trashing
Sammy.
Bobby Lashley in that
He's gonna get
bogus ass
fucking
sister thing.
destroyed. He's gonna get so killed. Okay, so we'll just talk about it because we're talking about it
Yeah.
already. He came out with a doctor's note.
Yeah.
he
With his
put
glasses.
on the little
Yeah.
glasses again, and he started reading the doctor's note saying it's the only case of vertigo ever in the WWE or whatever, which is probably not true. But this promo was not great. But it was Sami Zayn.
It was Sammy.
So, yeah, exactly. Sami Zayn can take the worst of scripts, which this was. It reminded me of like a This Is Your Life kind of segment. Stupid shit like that. And next week's going to be worse because of what he's going to do. He said he was going to bring Bobby Lashley's sisters to Raw, and it's going to be terrible, but it'll be Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I hate that aspect.
I know.
I love that Sammy's the one involved.
Exactly.
In it,
Like if this was anybody else, probably wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I feel like Sami Zayn or like when Alexa Bliss was doing stupid shit because she can do anything, and I feel like Sammy is in that realm where he can just say whatever.
It's just crazy that they have this monster in Bobby Lashley. I mean, monster in a good way. Like the guy,
Yeah.
he's incredibly agile. He's incredibly fit.
And when he's not almost murdering people, he puts on decent. I mean, he's pretty good.
Yeah. Obviously, those situations were different. I don't think that suplex thing should be a staple in his arsenal every match.
But it is.
Yeah, I know. But to go the route of instead of like they harp on Brock's MMA career, and Lashley is way more. I don't want to say decorated, but he's got way more victories.
He's better.
And the only reason why I believe he can't get into the UFC is because of some of the medications he's on.
Right.
He can't, whatever.
But they'll let Brock back in. I guess they'll let anybody in.
I know. But I'm surprised they didn't go that MMA route and make him a badass, but like, you know, a badass babyface. He smiles a lot, which is fine.
He shouldn't have come back as a babyface, but I get it. I think he's gonna turn sooner than later, though.
He's got to do something, man, because this sister thing, I don't know why, it's creepy.
It was weird. And they kind of made it weird by having the whole backstage thing, and he just looked bizarre. I don't know. He's not a weird looking dude, but he can be creepy because he's got like big bug eyes and shit. And I don't know. It was just
he had that demeanor like he had his body parts in his freezer while he was telling those stories.
He
like,
looked a little serial killer.
He's like, I'm normal, but behind his eyes, you're like, no, you're fucking not, man.
But I mean, I don't remember much of Bobby Lashley's original run, but I mean, I remember some things from it. I don't remember him ever doing weird shit like this.
No.
So this is new.
Yeah, he didn't do a lot of talking either, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and it kind of should have been that way, in my opinion, because he's not a bad talker, but he's never been like a really good talker either.
He was better in, believe it or not, in Impact. I mean, he really honed his skills there, but it was different because it wasn't a weird-ass storyline where people forced a script on him.
Also, well, yeah, a lot of people in Impact get to write their own shit for the most part.
A la Mike Bennett, Kanellis, whatever you want to call him. Like, he was top-notch.
Give that man a mic.
Yeah.
Give him a fucking mic. I don't even care what it's for. Give him one segment with a mic, and he will get over with the crowd.
100%, dude.
Ugh, man.
100%.
Unbelievable. So next up, we had the Money in the Bank qualifying match between Bobby Roode, Baron Corbin, and No Way Jose.
And no way was Jose gonna win.
No, God, no. There's no way in hell.
I was singing his fucking entrance music the other day, though.
And a lot of people are. That's actually a thing now.
Yeah.
People are doing it at like live events, and I think the crowd was doing it there as well.
Yeah, but a lot of people sang Fandango's theme
And
song.
Adam Rose's,
Yeah.
and like it's not a thing. No way Jose is gonna have a short career, which sucks because he's a good wrestler.
I don't know if he'll have a short career, but this current, form he's in, he's not gonna last.
No, he's gonna stop with this, but it's too early to stop with this. It'll go on for a little bit with this feud with Baron Corbin. It'll probably go on way too long, and it'll fizzle out. So I don't know.
So Bobby Roode wins, qualifies for the Money in the Bank.
Yep.
How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean that's the right winner, I think.
I thought Corbin was.
No, Baron was in last year and he blew it. So.
I'm sick of Roode, babyface Roode.
I agree. I agree with that. He should be a heel, sure, but it made the most sense in this situation, I think, because it gives Baron a story with No Way Jose, even though no one's asking for that. But it's going to move them going forward, I think.
I look at it this way, though. Baron Corbin would be way more money in a match like that than Roode. Roode's too stiff. He's a lot like Randy Orton. It's not going to go anywhere good.
Also, Bobby Roode's never been in one, so I think they're kind of just like, here you go, Bobby.
And again, it's not a down thing on him, but Corbin's been in these kind of type of matches before, and he's delivered. He's had cool spots. You know what I'm saying? So.
I like I said, I don't disagree with you. I just think this was the proper choice this time. By next year, I could be saying something completely different.
And if I'm being honest, I don't think any of the competitors in it right now are that great of choices to be in it. To put on a great ladder match.
I half agree with you.
You're going to say Finn just because he jumps off the top
Finn
rope, but he doesn't
good.
really take that kind of bump.
Miz is good.
Again, Miz is good, but he's
Rusev will be good.
Rusev ain't climbing the fucking ladder to fall off.
Yes, he is. Rusev will take a brutal bump off that ladder.
I'm kind of glad I have no expectations for it because I hope it just exceeds it. Because again, a lot of these guys are just ground guys. So
I'm excited because I've looked at that match. Well, Braun is in it. He'll throw shit.
Yeah, that'll be funny. Yeah.
But
again, I like those matches where you have guys like Shelton Benjamin or like a Jeff Hardy or type thing. Where it's guys
I understand.
There could be a cool spot that you don't expect to see, but
I think that's the best part of it, though. There's still going to be those spots, and we don't know who they're going to come from because of the personnel.
Think Braun hits a moonsault off the top of the ladder?
No, he will kill himself, and I don't want to see that. So yeah, Bobby Roode won, and then we get a backstage segment with the B team. Oh, the A team. The B team?
The B team.
The B team.
Which is why I ended up watching the A team, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, why don't they just go with the A team?
That's pretty funny. So it's Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, formerly known as the Miztourage. They go up to Kurt Angle. And they're like, hey, give us a title shot. There's no reason for them to have a title shot at all. They then give Kurt their new name. It's the A team. Kurt just doing weird Kurt shit was like, no, you can't use that. It's already a movie. It's already a TV show, old TV show. Can't do it. I don't know. Kurt does weird shit. He talks funny. So then they change it to the B team. Curtis doesn't like it at first, but then Bo kind of convinces him. He's like, it's the best team. It was just a fun thing. And then they said that they were undefeated as the B team because they've never had a match.
It was good, man. It was funny. It was a lot funnier than that whole fucking diatribe you just went on.
You fucking didn't talk. That's not my fault.
You were fucking going.
You can cut me off.
Going.
I think like you don't want to talk, so I'm
deal
still.
with this like
I'm just
we're
talking.
in traffic. I just give you the lane. I let you go.
How else am I supposed to explain it? Am I the only one who fucking does this shit?
All you had to say was, it was awesome.
They're the B team and they're great.
Yes.
Fuck.
Go back and watch it. They made their own T-shirts with permanent marker. It was funny.
And they won. They beat Breezango.
Yeah, I think that was more of a shot at Breezango than anything.
Yeah, that's a bummer, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
if you're gonna they're gonna beat the Revival next week, so.
Dude, do you think the Revival is gonna be future endeavored?
Not soon.
Not
no.
soon. Yeah.
They'll main event.
Yeah, I know. It's just crazy. Like, they were pushing them so hard, and then the injuries happened. And
send them back to NXT.
Then, yeah.
Like, they were great in NXT. Just send them back.
They should have went to SmackDown.
I agree. Yeah. I thought they were going to at the shakeup, and then the club went over for some reason. I mean, I get that too, but they haven't done anything with them on SmackDown, so who knows?
Yeah, they've been fun on New Day.
Well,
the pancake segment.
That's true. I mean, the New Day is just a quality highlight reel every week, so.
But yeah, the B team.
They
was
won.
A funny segment. They won. They're undefeated right now.
I think they're gonna go on a little streak here.
I think so as well.
Like the Revival's next,
Ascension.
Ascension's gone. Up until they get Slater Rhino, that's an eeasy jobber team to take out. So that's at least 4 wins for the B team until they get to probably Ziggler and McIntyre.
Oh yeah, no buzzsaw, dude.
But here's the thing: maybe they beat them.
No,
shockingly, they beat them, and then go on to Money in the Bank to go against Wyatt and Hardy.
I see it being a #1 contender for the tag titles, and they're super stoked. And
having Drew
McIntyre just like 2-second squash match.
That would be fucking funny.
I think that's more of the.
That would make sense. I mean, it would. That's a good storyline. But I want to see them get a title shot at some point.
I think what's going to happen though is it's going to be a lot like the Slater Rhino from SmackDown. You know what I mean? Where they get that underdog push at some point.
Yeah.
And then they maybe come up and take him from Drew and Dolph.
I don't know. I feel like it's more likely for them to take them from Matt and Bray just by looking at them.
I think there's way more money in Dolph and Drew when they split, just as single stars. Just that would be
not right now.
That'll be a great feud, those two, though.
Well, Drew, I agree.
The tag division sucks on Raw. I mean, let's be honest.
They are a highlight. Now the B team, I think, is a highlight as well.
Exactly.
And obviously, I like Bray and Matt as well.
I do too, but they're not lighting the world on fire.
They're barely on. They weren't even on the show. Did they even have a weird, creepy segment?
I don't remember.
I don't think
so.
Yeah. I mean, there are those 3 teams that are really good, and then there's a bunch of jobbers, which Curtis,
which they're pushed as jobbers. It's not like
they're all
jobber
talented.
Teams. That's what
they're all
saying.
good.
I know.
But yeah, Bo and
they were all great in NXT. Basically, the Ascension, fucking the Revival. Yeah. They come up here and they're like, hey, "You're gonna get fed.
You are jobbers now." Oh, okay. Paint your face, Ascension. Yeah. But yeah, they're gonna go on a little undefeated streak and then probably get murdered by Dolph.
I think that would be funny though.
It would be very funny. But then it could start something later on. Like
I think they'll start doubting themselves backstage, and then Bo will be like, "You just gotta believe."
Oh god, he's doing that again. No, here's what should happen. They should start a program with the Woken Wyatt people, and finally get Bo and Bray together somehow. It just doesn't make any sense for them to never do that.
Yeah, well, I don't think they are just because of that.
Have them be woken.
People are like, do it. And then they're like, no.
They never take suggestions anyway.
You know how WWE does things, like, and then they do it too much, or they don't do anything at all? Like Roman, they're not going to push as a heel.
No.
Like, Shinsuke and AJ, they're giving to you for free on TV. It's just like...
Yeah, but it was a good match.
It was a great match.
We'll get to that, but...
I'm just saying, but it's been, like, what, their 4th match in...
I know.
4 weeks?
So after their win, we had the Riot Squad versus Ember Moon, Sasha Banks, and Natalya. Because
I won't say a word on this one.
It's just a reason. Why? So I can fucking ramble on again, and you can make fun of me.
If you can ramble on about this match, I'll be impressed, because I wasn't thoroughly impressed with the match just for the sake of it. Didn't grab me at any point.
I can't ramble on about it because I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't? It wasn't on the Hulu version?
Nope. So I'm sure that the faces did face things and then won.
It was all right.
I'm sick of these 3-on-3
That's what it is, man.
women's tag matches.
As soon as it was announced, I was like, oh, come on.
I feel
was
like-
already out of it before they even got in the ring because I was like, I'm sick of this.
I
Stop
like
doing this.
the Riot Squad a lot.
I agree.
I like Ember Moon a lot. And the other two are there. They're good wrestlers. But I don't need to see this.
It's just overdone. Again, just like...
I feel like this has been happening for like 2 months.
The thing is, just because the Riot Squad is a 3-woman team doesn't mean every match has to be, 6 tag.
Well, they've kind of proven that with Ruby putting
That's
on
what I'm
massive...
saying, though.
Yeah.
They've had singles matches, and they've all been great. I mean, she's had great singles matches with
know.
Sasha. I mean, what's her name? Crazy Mary Dobson. I don't remember. Oh, Sarah?
Sarah Logan.
Logan, yeah. She's had a great match with Charlotte. At one point, it's like all these girls can go. And I think, what's her name is going to be even...
Liv will be fine.
Liv will
Yeah, she'll be
fine,
good.
Dude. She's bubbly. She's funny.
She's
reminds
more
me
of a
almost-
personality.
Exactly. And
But
I
she's
just-
an okay wrestler, too.
But I'm just saying, like, all 3 of them can have singles matches with the other 2 on the outside, kind of like a New Day situation, even. They can do tag matches or something where there's just, one of them's on the outside just hamming it up or something. It doesn't always have to be this 6-person tag. Because
Yeah.
I never believe in the babyface side
No.
that they're all friends either.
No.
It's just a mishmash of girls that they're trying to throw together.
So here's why I forgot why the Deleters of Worlds were on Raw.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because the next match was them versus the Revival.
That's right.
And
That's right.
and I don't think it was on. I don't
Again,
think
like
it was
I
on
said
Hulu.
when you asked me, I said I don't remember it if they did, and that's why. I think these back-to-back segments were not great.
The poor Revival. I'd say a fall from grace, but they were never really. I mean, in NXT, sure, but I feel like most call-ups now are a fall from grace in NXT.
It's timing. They got injured, and then when they
yeah.
brought him back, they had nothing for him.
It was bad.
But again, like we've been talking about, they don't really have a great tag division. So
That's
at
true.
any point, one of those teams could get hot. And
I mean,
they'll be fine.
depth is good. I like depth, and I like some of the teams there. I like most of the teams there, even. But it's just they don't use them properly.
I'm surprised they didn't move the Usos or New Day.
The Ascension, the Ascension is great. Well, they were. Connor kind of got fat, but I can't speak. They killed themselves from the beginning because they were so poorly written with the whole like legend killer gimmick that they stole.
Illuminati thing?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, no, not the Illuminati. Back when they were they first debuted, when they called out all the old tag teams and just tried to like beat them and shit. It was they killed themselves from the start, comparing themselves to the Animal or whatever, Hawk and Animal.
Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Legion of Doom.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't think of it.
What a rush.
Thank you for your contribution.
You're welcome.
It stopped my rambling. So
Maybe you have to cough, dude.
hey,
Jesus,
whatever.
How do you do that every time?
I don't know, man. Maybe you have like allergies or some shit.
No, I'm talking how did Hawk do that every time?
Oh yeah,
fucking crazy.
I don't fucking know. But yeah, I mean, it's weird that nothing. I see no future for anything but 3 of these tag teams, and one of them is a hit or miss, and that's the B team. So I have no clue, and they just started.
I think they'll all, the more I think about it now, that they have no real dominant tag team other than McIntyre and Drew.
Yeah,
and
now.
I don't feel like they're gonna last that long together.
No, they'll win the tag titles, have a small a
Right.
few month run, and then lose it to someone.
So yeah, maybe one of those teams
Authors of
can get
Pain.
hot. dude.
Authors of Pain are there,
Yeah, I do see them
which I forgot
moving
about
up at some point.
because again, not on the show, right?
Right.
Like, put the Authors of Pain, even if they're squashing a jobber, put the Authors of Pain on the show.
Yeah.
Leave the 3 women or whatever to a backstage segment and put a match that was a match, but you know what I mean. Put someone who's relevant right now, even though Ember Moon, all that. That was just a reason to get people on TV, I guess. But I don't know.
You don't
It's
need
weird.
that though. You got 3 hours. There was plenty of other bullshit.
You
that
also
could've
don't-
worked out.
I get why Ember and the Riot Squad are there. They still need to be built a little bit. Sasha's already built. Natty's already built. Have a one-on-one between
and then a tag match between the other 2.
yeah.
That'd
Have a
be
one-on-one
perfect,
with Ember and Liv or something, like anything. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird booking right now, and I don't like it. So next up, we obviously Wyatt and Wyatt.
happened.
They called their finisher the Kiss of Deletion now, which is cool. I like that.
KOD.
Yeah, I like it. So we talked about Zayn's promo. We don't need to talk about that anymore. He's going to bring out Lashley's sisters. Then we had another Money in the Bank qualifying match for the women. We had Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James versus Bayley.
Yep.
So obviously Bayley won.
Nope.
What? You're kidding.
Nope.
Bayley continues to be used terribly?
Her and Sasha both. They're on the same. I think they're just on the collision course at some point.
Well,
What
yeah,
they're
that's
doing.
been the thing for like 2 months.
Yeah, again, when they're gonna pull the trigger is whenever. Hopefully, Money in the Bank or something. Who knows?
When they pull the trigger, it'll be too late.
Right.
It'll be a great match. Like those two just
They've
put
always
on
had
great
good matches,
matches,
yeah.
exactly. But it'll be too late, and no one will care because I already don't care. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of faded on it too. They just have shitty backstage segments between each other now.
Mm-hmm.
Like who cares? So Bliss won, which is the right person to win, I think, because she's Alexa Bliss and she didn't get a chance to compete in the first one, so it's a perfect time to have her in this one.
I concur.
Yep.
That's all I really have to say.
All
The
right.
match wasn't really memorable.
You're fucking full of it today.
Some of these matches were not great.
That one wasn't that bad. I mean, it had some storyline between Mickey and
See how
and
you had
Alexa.
to say that bad?
Well, it was.
That means it wasn't great.
Yeah,
like
but
I
there
just
was-
said.
unlike-
So you just said what I said, but with different words.
I'm trying to make it a little better.
You're trying
Unlike
to make it sound better?
unlike
I just
this-
said it wasn't great.
unlike the 6-woman tag, it had a storyline.
Unlike
So-
Rollins and Owens, it never had me invested.
Well, sure, no, I didn't care. At least I watched it.
Yeah.
Mostly because Hulu made me.
Show.
The show, which is Ziggler and McIntyre versus Braun Strowman and Finn Balor. Obviously, you go into this thinking, oh yeah, Braun and Finn, they're two of the most over baby faces in the company. You gotta win, right? No. The other guys did.
Yeah.
The heels won.
Braun and Finn have never had that real chemistry as a team.
I think that's kind of what they're blaming it on, sure. But yeah, no, it was weird, and I loved it because it's a push for Drew and Dolph. And that's awesome.
They got to keep Finn away from Braun just for the fact that the size discrepancy is so big that
I thought it
it's
was cool,
tough
though.
to believe
It was a cool
Finn
team.
as a guy. You know what I'm saying?
As
I
a
think-
guy, yeah, as a
no,
man.
I mean when Vince is looking at it, dude, he's gonna look at him and see how much smaller he is and just be
Yeah.
like, I don't see it.
Yeah, you're right.
Like when Drew, and I'm saying this for Finn's own benefit, try to stay away from those guys as much as possible.
Finn is usually booked terribly anyway.
He was
So-
great when until he got hurt, really.
Well, yeah.
I mean, him and Rollins had the best match for the Universal title that has ever been had for the Universal title.
That is painfully true.
And he did half the match with one arm. So it's just like goes to show you how great that title's been booked.
So the main event, it was announced that Kevin Owens would be the new opponent for that triple threat.
Jinder couldn't
because
make it.
Jinder was dead because he went through fake wall. So it's Kevin Owens versus Elias versus Bobby Lashley for, I believe, the last Raw spot in the Money in the Bank.
Dude, Bobby Lashley was getting some boos.
I know. Only because he was against Elias, though,
I think it's only because that sister segment
That
really
too.
fucked them guys. You should have went a different route. He was
Yeah.
over. He was getting cheers. And then
know.
you're like, oh, by the way, my sisters used to molest me or whatever the fuck the thing
Whatever
was.
he said.
Yeah.
But, I mean, anyone's going to get boos going against Elias, I think, too. So we'll really see next week if they keep those two apart or keep them away from a babyface or whatever.
But Sammy's that kind of
whatever.
tweener, too.
That's
I mean,
true.
he's going to be in the ring with Sami Zayn.
You're right.
Sami Zayn's a tweener. It's
No,
just
you're
like,
right.
I think they screwed him with that stuff.
You're 100% correct. Yeah, it's going to be bad for Bobby Lashley going forward. You're
Well, hopefully
right.
hopefully this whole thing is to flip him somehow. Like maybe I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I can just picture bad coming.
You have too much faith in the WWE creative.
Oh, for them to flip him
Yeah.
or something.
No, it's going to be brutal. Now that I think about it,
I think
'Cause
what's gonna
Sammy's
happen
so over.
is like these three women are gonna come out and just belittle him again. Maybe slap him around. They're gonna try to get the sympathy going, and it's gonna be really awkward.
You're probably correct, and it's
if
not
this was
gonna
the
be good.
Attitude Era, they would come out and he'd hit him with a fucking chair. And
But
they'd be like,
But at least we'll have Sami Zayn.
oh, I know.
So there's a positive.
I really feel like he's gonna play the role of like Dr. Phil or something. He's gonna be like, you should probably hit him just to get some
Glasses,
revenge.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be so good. But the match ended with Sami Zayn pulling Bobby Lashley out from the pin, and then Kevin Owens doing a big old frog splash.
I love his frog splash.
I know, it's great. And then getting the win. And Kevin Owens going to Money in the Bank. He could do some fun things too, clearly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, the thing is with him too is that he's been in all these kind of matches, so
Right.
it's going to be epic.
Right.
Hopefully he does his little Kevin Owens sets up some weird chairs and some formation and then falls
pop up.
through him.
Oh, or that. Oh yeah, yeah.
Because he does that every time
Yep.
and it never works out for him.
Nope.
It's like when Ric Flair goes to the top rope, it just never works out in his favor.
He'll definitely do like a wacky pop-up powerbomb to a ladder or something
Oh, yeah,
like that
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much it for Raw. Here was a weird thing, and this happened during the show, but it happened way earlier. Ronda Rousey is going to be challenging Nia Jax for the Raw Women's title at Money in the Bank.
Well, Nia Jax challenged
yeah.
her. I think.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, and it makes
It's going
sense,
to be a match.
But she called her out, and then Ronda goes, "There's so many other women who deserve it."
Yeah, see,
and
Ronda
then
is like,
Jax goes, "I'm calling you out."
Yeah, but bitch, I want to fight you, and I fucking hate it. I hate it.
I'll say this: it was awkward.
It was super awkward. They were all too chummy.
All on like a red carpet situation.
Charlotte's there for no. I mean,
she was the best part.
I know.
I don't know why, but she had me laughing at some point.
Well, because she has no stakes in this.
Right.
It doesn't matter. But yeah, Nia at some red carpet or some carpet event, whatever. Nia challenged Ronda and she accepted, but she didn't want to. And now what is going on?
Here's the thing: there's two possibilities.
No.
One, they want to get the title on Ronda ASAP, just because she's the biggest star.
That's a mistake,
she is the biggest star.
Though.
The mistake here is putting her in the ring with Nia for too long, because Ronda's still pretty new. Nia has gone against, seasoned women, and they've not left the ring 100%. I'm not saying she's dangerous. I'm saying...
Who, Nia?
Yeah. I'm saying she's big.
I agree.
She doesn't... she's hurt some people.
She's not the best worker.
I'm trying to say it as nice as possible.
She's not the best worker.
And I just worry that those girls that she's hurting probably are more capable of protecting themselves in those situations because they've been in the ring longer.
Right. We've seen Ronda do well, but limited.
One match.
Right. Very
One match
limited.
Against Triple H, who's a legend,
Right.
and Steph, who's a legend
She's been doing some live events, which makes me a little more confident in her ability. But it's exactly that. Ronda's still...
I don't mind the title picture thing because I understand it.
It's
I get
too early.
It. She's the biggest star that they have.
I agree. If they put it on her right now, it's too early. But if it ends in like some kind of dusty finish, something like that,
that's the second route I'm going to say.
That's the only thing that can happen in my
Natty going to get jealous and come
That's
out
what I
and
think.
interrupt it.
That's the only thing that works at this point. Any other result other than that just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, because I think obviously what the sheets were reporting back at WrestleMania time was they really want Ronda versus Charlotte.
Well, I want that too.
I agree, but they want it at WrestleMania.
I want that too.
That's a far ways away, though, is what I'm saying. So
that's the problem.
I see, what they were reporting was Charlotte could win Money in the Bank, cash in on Ronda type deal.
Yeah, but don't have Ronda win it now.
No, that's what I'm agreeing
Have her win
with
it at the Rumble
it's
or something.
It's a long way to go.
I know, have her win it at the Rumble. This is a mistake from whoever's idea it was. I
think it's two things. I'll give you two reasons why it's good.
Okay.
One,
it gets Ronda on a pay-per-view.
She's their biggest star.
That's one.
It gets Nia in the ring and she's the champion with the biggest star of the company.
Yeah.
So it's gonna get some, because I forgot Nia was champ for a while. I forgot who was women's champ for a while. I still thought Bliss had it if you were to ask me on the street randomly. You know what I'm saying?
I wish she did.
So this will get Nia some recognition as champ. And the other good thing is, I think they're gonna do something with Natty, and then they're gonna go on a program.
I do too, and that's what they should do. They should not put the title on Ronda right now. It just doesn't make any sense. So let's get on to SmackDown. SmackDown, I enjoyed a ton, actually.
Yeah, it was the same thing. It was a lot of qualifying matches, which is good. It was
because they're usually pretty decent matches with fun stories. So it started off the show. Daniel Bryan, he came out. Well, Renee was like, "Hey, Daniel Bryan, get out here," and he's talking about how he should be in the WWE title picture, and I 100% agree. Make it happen.
Dude, they have so much talent. If anybody came out and said that, I'd be like, yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about all the people on Raw. We were just talking about Owens, McIntyre, Ziggler. I mean, all these guys that aren't close to it, I'm saying. Rollins, like fucking Strowman, Finn. They have so many guys that could carry that title right now.
I know. And it's they have the right two people in a thing for it right now. But
like Shin and back to SmackDown. Yeah, I agree. With everything you said, though. I agree. Daniel Bryan should be close to it. Yeah.
But hearing him call that out, though, like that, we now know that that's the route they're taking with him, which I love.
Yeah, I believe the whole big cast thing is just to kind of hold him over, just so they don't pop their fucking wad on the Miz just yet. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all this is. This is a placeholder until they can do that.
Right.
Which I think might be sooner than later, but who knows at this point. So Cass comes out, he interrupts him, cuts a really long, really bad promo that I loved because
loved it.
Yes, because
did you love it because it was bad though?
Yes.
Okay, I can see that
because his delivery is like hilarious.
It's I don't know. It's just like
and he's
he
better.
Be selling you a sausage from a street meat cart, like you know what I mean. Like,
he's gotten better than he was. That's for sure.
He needs to work on his face. Like
I think that's the best part.
He's not like I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like he's not like Kevin Owens has like what he's saying. It's on his face. You know what I'm saying? Well, Big Cass, what he's saying is like he's at a drive-in theater watching a movie. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know why, but every time Big Cass does a promo now, it's too long all the time, but I'm laughing most of the time just because his delivery is still pretty funny. Like
He's a goof.
Yeah,
I don't know how
he's a
else
goon.
to
Yeah,
say it, dude. He's just a goof.
That's exactly what it is. Like, it'll make me entertained at least.
I'm pretty sure he's like got his PhD too or something. Like he's
Really?
wicked smart.
Huh.
Yeah, but he comes off as just a goof.
A goon, yeah. It's pretty funny. So that was a thing, and then Daniel Bryan just kicked the shit out of him. It was really
Fast.
That was also funny.
Yeah.
Because you'd seen a huge dude like that just get his ass kicked by a tiny little man is very amusing to me.
Yeah, he tapped out again, and it wasn't even a match.
Yeah, I mean, Big Cass burial ? Is that what that is?
I told you before. I thought he was too vanilla. That he needs to work on his character development.
But what do they do? Like,
I think putting him in this was the best way to go because at least Daniel Bryan would get him booze. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like he's established as a heel.
It's
right
more of a if they end the Daniel Bryan thing, what do they do with him next?
now.
It's kind of one of those things.
He might just get booze, like boo off my TV booze.
Get out.
I think at least with the Daniel Bryan thing, Daniel is such an over babyface that he got heel booze.
Here's what they should do with Big Cass. Enzo Amore has recently been cleared of his, sexual assault charges.
You can't bring that guy back, though.
Yes, you bring Enzo back and pair them back up and actually use them properly.
He didn't get fired for the allegation.
Yes. Well, he got fired for hiding it.
He got
Whatever.
fired for hiding
But now
it.
they're gone. and he should come back. Don't ruin me right now, because that is the only way that works. That's the only way Cass has a career, a good career, in my opinion. Because it was a crime to me that they never got the titles, a absolute fucking crime.
Yeah, well, they should have got him. The thing though was like they were a flash in the pan though. They were so hot and then they weren't. It happened
Well, they
so
were
fast.
for a long time until they started that whole teasing the breakup thing. Really?
Yeah, but even that, it was just. Trust me, man. So many people were like, "Oh, it's the same shit every week." Oh, it just
Maybe
comes
that's
out
why
and
they
does
were
this
over
thing.
with me, because I loved it every
Right,
week.
yeah, the repetition.
Yeah,
it was
I loved
good
it.
for a while though. But like I'm saying,
Yeah.
it was hot and then it got cold real quick. That's why they started doing the tease.
But yeah, that's the only thing that can save him, and that sucks.
Yeah, because I don't see them.
Well, because I
hiring
remember
back.
him being billed like he could have been the guy, and they wanted him to be for a little bit.
Cass?
Yeah.
I never saw it though.
Well, it
Never
was
saw
the
it.
size, but he could
Drew
never talk.
McIntyre has the size.
I agree. No,
And he can
Drew's
talk.
better, but Drew wasn't like he was kind of in the picture,
Braun
but he was
has
over on
the size
NXT.
and can talk.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you got guys. I'm just saying he's very vanilla. Just
I
'cause
agree
he's
with you.
Big.
But I'm pretty sure that's how they viewed him for a while,
Yeah,
like after
yeah.
the breakup. But yeah, I mean, it's not going to be great for him going forward, which sucks because I enjoy Big Cass.
He needs to do something else. That's all.
I agree, yeah.
He really needs to develop a character that is like just doing this thing. It just
Mm-hmm.
doesn't seem like it fits him, maybe, which is why it's coming off so.
His next feud could be great. We don't even know.
It's funny that there's
Whatever
supposed
it is.
heat on him backstage that he went off script because everything feels so on script about him.
I know.
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, it was the only off-script thing was the
The extra
beating
beating,
a
yeah.
dude up. It's nothing he said. That was all on script
Yeah.
probably. But short jokes are still funny. So
Yeah. Could have made better ones. That's
Yeah,
my
I know.
only thing.
next up, we had a pretty interesting match. We had The Bar versus The New Day.
Good match.
But yes, of course, they always do. But it's a single person from either team getting into the Money in the Bank.
I
match.
like that though. It was different.
I do, but I also want a tag team Money in the Bank match. So
Yeah.
maybe though, going forward, they could be like the Bar could be like, let's have a tag team Money in the Bank, and then the other two members of the New Day can be in it because I think Xavier's gonna end up being in the Money in the Bank
I think
because
it's a
he
good
won.
choice.
I mean, he won the match for them.
I think Kofi might get it though too.
Kofi was in one already, or in a couple actually already.
You gotta remember, it's the old man making these calls.
I know Xavier.
I like Xavier Woods. Don't get me wrong, and they've been pushing Xavier Woods, so
That's what I'm saying.
agree with you.
He has been
Right.
putting on like every match they've been putting him in matches more,
Mm-hmm.
which is great already. And every match he's been in has been fantastic. I'm excited because they didn't really ever use Xavier like early,
No, not at all.
and now they're finally realizing how much of a personality he is, how much of a good wrestler he is, and he can be in a match with anybody.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. And
But-
I think that now they're finally seeing that,
Uh-huh.
which is maybe another reason why at some point down the line, maybe New Day can split. I know you don't want
Stop.
it. I'm just saying.
Sure, anybody can split, but
Think about the possibilities, though, of those three guys as singles right now on SmackDown, where SmackDown actually pushes stars to the forefront.
I still don't see positive outcomes. I don't.
Any of them.
No.
For Woods?
No. Especially not for Woods.
I could see Woods
I think
in the
Woods
US
would
title
be,
picture
I
yesterday.
think Woods would be bottom of the line.
Yeah, well, good.
Just 'cause that's how they view it.
The only reason
Well,
why
maybe not
I
anymore.
want it is because Big E, I really feel like should be the top star. Big E, to me, is like Rusev, but I feel like he's got more... I don't know how to say it. There's something more about Big E.
Yeah, I can understand that. He's got not more personality. Well, a little bit.
He's got more personality.
A little bit more personality, and he's a little bit better in the ring. But
It's
like
his first language too, which helps.
Right.
Rusev's obviously got a little bit.
But yeah, see, if they were to split, I would want good things for all three, but guaranteed 2 out of the 3 probably would, I don't know who, but 2 out of the 3 would probably get lost in the shuffle there. Anywhere. On Raw, on SmackDown, wouldn't matter.
Yeah, well, the only reason I'm saying that is I like that they're pushing Xavier Woods to kind of stand out a little bit recently, so he could stand out as a single star.
I would love it.
I know that the New Day's merch sales have dropped a little bit, and that's kind of how they...
There's probably still top 5 too, though, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
Possibly, yeah, because they were killing it for a
Yeah.
while, dude. But I know that they've dropped to the point where they've started talking about it, so you never know.
That would be unfortunate.
That's how WWE works, though. Basically,
Yeah.
if you notice it, buy the shirt of somebody you like, because
I know.
it might get
makes
them a
sense,
title.
Yeah. I mean, it just shows who's selling and
Right.
who's popular. Like Rusev, the Rusev Day shirt sold like crazy, and that
It
really
makes
didn't
sense
help him.
too, though, because it's a business, and if just because you're yelling about somebody doesn't mean that they're gonna get behind that guy. You gotta go
Right.
out and buy his shirt, and then they're like, oh, they're invested in this guy. We'll invest in him too.
Right. So next up, we had the Bludgeon Brothers promo, which is the second weird-ass one in a row, and I love them.
Yeah,
They are creepy and perfect for these two dudes.
I always think it's gonna be Sanity, and there's always part of me that's bummed out when it's not.
They've stopped running the promos for Sanity, haven't they?
No, they had like
Oh, did they have one?
debuting next week or this week.
Oh, my
and
God.
then they just like the two things that they've screwed up on, in my opinion, are Almas and Sanity.
Well, almost no.
They had him
Not yet.
against a shitty ass jobber.
How do they debut anybody?
They could have put him in a better match. That match wasn't his.
He's
great
going to
performance.
be
That
in-
wasn't a way to show off that
He's
guy.
going to be fine.
He could have came out and fought anybody.
Here's the thing, and this was up next. Andrade Cien Almas versus some English dude. He won. Obviously, it was a squash match. That's
But it
what
wasn't
it
even
was.
squash. It wasn't.
It was a-
He's so much. He's capable of so much more. That
Yes.
You got to realize not a lot of these people have seen NXT either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He's
a
still
lot of
got a
these kids,
decent reaction for even people who didn't know who he could be. And the most important thing, he's on SmackDown as a heel.
Yeah, well, he would have been anyway. Yeah.
Well,
He's
no,
never
there were
been a face.
Yeah, but some of the promos before they started talking down to people weren't sure. I wasn't sure.
I've always seen him as like a Razor Ramon type.
Yeah, but he hasn't always been a heel. That's the biggest thing. And look at Bobby Roode. He came up as a face.
He's been a heel ever since he got good. Is basically what it is. He's never
Look
been
at Bobby
a face
Roode.
since he got good. Yeah, Bobby Roode is not great right now.
I know, but you know my point.
Dude, you know what's funny about Bobby
Sure.
Roode though is that I don't appreciate his in-ring work when he's a face either.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like everything about that guy is heel. Make him a heel. For
I know.
fuck's sake.
I know. It's ridiculous. But yeah, obviously, Cien Almas, he debuted and he won against this English dude. And a decent promo from Zelina Vega afterwards.
I do
And they're
like
going to be
how
heels.
She called out that he should have more competition for sure.
Well, yeah, and he will next week. Like, he'll get a WWE jobber instead.
Yeah, I know.
Not
I'm
a
pretty
local
sure
one.
It's going to be a lot like the Braun thing where more competition. They're just giving him jobbers.
Maybe James Ellsworth will come back, have a match with Cien Almas.
Well, he might be on Jericho.
No,
too.
he's too legit
yeah,
now.
Yeah. He's got
Next,
prior commitments.
next up, we had a Rusev Day promo backstage. Aiden English was talking about, or he had a new song, whatever. But the most important thing about this is it seems like they might be going forward with them as a trio as opposed to
And I love
breaking
it.
them up. Me too. There's no reason they should have even teased a breakup in the first place. And I think it might have been because of the backlash that they are going forward as a trio.
No.
No?
They're still going to break him up.
Okay.
I think what's going to happen is Lana's going to lose her match and she's going to be pissed off. And, she's
And
gonna
it'll be
take it out
Aiden's
on
fault or
Aiden.
something.
Yeah. But I loved it that they
I
were
know.
all together. It's just like, oh, this could be so great.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know why I'd ever have hope.
Yeah, I'm the hope guy.
I know.
What are you doing?
Hey, listen, when it comes to Rusev, I just want to hope all day.
I just love how happy Rusev looks.
I know.
Especially
He's
when
having the time
singing
of his
the
life.
Rusev Day.
He's having the fucking time of his life, and they're going to ruin it all soon, probably.
Yeah, it's yeah.
So next up, we had the Royal Celebration. It was fine, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't fine.
No, it was not great. It was her weakest performance out of all of her promos so far, all of her segments. There was no highlight
no
reel.
payoff.
There was no highlight reel with the Me song, which makes me laugh a lot. Basically, the only reason this happened was for her to be like, I beat Charlotte Flair twice, which is her thing now. And for Paige to come out and set up a match at Money in the Bank with Asuka.
Who just comes down and turns her
She's
back
like,
on
hello,
her to
I am
go to the
Asuka.
top rope. She didn't even say anything.
Nope.
Yeah, it was just fucking... There was no payoff, basically.
Nope.
Except, to make the match.
That's it. I mean,
Could've
that's all
been
it
done
was.
Backstage.
This was the weak point of the show, which is good.
It was too
I mean,
long.
that's a good... I guess this doesn't really need to matter because Asuka's going to win. So unless it's some weird shit going on. Next up, we had a Money in the Bank qualifier for the women. We got Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Becky Lynch.
So glad Becky Lynch picked up the victory. I think that this girl is my personal favorite who doesn't get the shine that I think she deserves. And for a while there, they were treating her almost like giving her the Natty effect where she just goes out to put on matches and take the pins.
Yeah.
I'm happy for her. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I think she's a star, in my opinion.
The right
obviously.
person won. I thought it would be cool to have someone from Absolution in, just like I want someone from Riot Squad in, like that kind of deal. But Becky Lynch adds to the star power of that. Like, you can put any of the other people in, they won't be Becky Lynch as far as names go.
And Becky Lynch is fearless in the ring.
She's
so
great.
She's going to be a great addition to that match.
And she'll pull off some wacky shit, like something weird off the ladder, stuff like that. I'm excited. Like I said, right person won there. Not much to talk about other than that. It was fine. It was a fine match. Little tension between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. That's about it.
Printed out your notes?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Only
dude.
SmackDown, though. I hand wrote Raw.
That's basically
And
how
then
Raw is written by the WWE creative anyway.
And then I was like, oh, you know what? I am going to be a little more formal for SmackDown.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a couple printed
Put
ones.
on your suit jacket or whatever Daniel Bryan was bitching about.
I'm John Laurinaitis.
Yes!
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Next up, we had the main event. It is AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And the winner picks the Money in the Bank championship stipulation.
I like that was the stipulation of this match.
Yeah.
I like that they were fighting for something, not the title.
Right. I mean, it adds storyline to the match. It adds a
lets
little
Shin,
drama.
Let Shin pick up a victory over AJ, too, after all this stuff. So.
Exactly. I mean, it would have been kind of interesting if they still did a count-out finish or something weird like that.
Not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna happen.
Me too.
And then they'd have Shane or Paige pick
Something.
stipulation.
Yeah, like there was going to be some kind of weird finish, but there kind of still was, but it wasn't clean.
Right.
But so pretty much what happened is AJ bumped into the ref or something, and Shinsuke faked a low blow on himself like AJ did it. And AJ's trying to convince the ref of you know what, you just say it because I'm fucking going on again.
He basically went Eddie Guerrero, and it was fucking funny.
Lie, cheat, steal.
Yeah, exactly. It was awesome.
It was great.
And, so that happened. Basically, what it all comes down to, Shinsuke wins. He gets to pick the stipulation now. They don't tell you what it is, obviously. It's the old hook line. They're going to tell you next week.
I can tell you what it is.
What is it?
It's going to be a last man standing match.
But what if they both get counted out? It's
They
gonna be
can't.
An I quit match.
No, one person has to be up for the last man standing match, I think.
I think they count to 10 if both of you are down.
Really?
Yeah.
Still? Mm-hmm. Okay, then it'd have to be an I quit match, which I think
or
I said last
Inferno
week.
match or fucking
Well, yeah,
something
I
crazy.
loved earlier in the night. AJ was like, "Yeah, let's have an Inferno cage bull rope match, like something like that." I'm like, "You're so southern and bizarre, AJ. I love it."
He's the man.
Oh, it's great. Let's stop talking about that because we're done with it.
And we're done with it.
Yep.
That's a wrap.
Let's talk about Instagram questions.
So some IG questions.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right. What is something that you wish somebody would ask you?
What?
That's not one of the questions. I'm just asking you.
What do you mean?
Is there something on your mind you want to answer without even being asked?
No.
I'm just trying to get you to talk while I pick
Dude,
up the questions,
I've got
bro.
nothing at all. So it's all
All
you.
right.
I haven't read any of these questions though, which I do on purpose because I want to give legitimate answers without putting any thought into them.
Yeah, I don't put any thought into anything even if I have read them.
That is a good point.
Rock_Queen94 on the Instagram.
Rock Queen, okay.
Rock_Queen94.
Like Dwayne?
Or maybe she likes the band Queen.
Oh, okay.
They do have a new fucking
Dwayne
movie
and
coming
Queen. Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
out. Dwayne and Queen.
Yeah, go
Sounds
for
like
it.
some
Rock
syrup
Queen.
ice cream.
Ooh.
What are your thoughts on Rhonda? You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I like her. I think they've done right by her so far. They saved her in WrestleMania with Triple H and Stephanie, obviously. She had a phenomenal showing. They haven't just thrown her on Raw against a jobber where she could maybe look not as great. She's just come in. They've let Natty do the work for her. They've let other girls do the work for her right now while she's still getting her feet under her. I think they're playing it safe. I don't think she's going to win the title against Nia Jax just yet. So I think there's going to be a schmoz with Nia Jax. You're going to start seeing a lot more of her on TV, would be my guess, once the Natty thing happens. I think right now she had a lot of prior commitments. She just filmed. She had a movie coming out and all this stuff. So I think they're doing what they can with her right now. I do believe you're going to see a lot more of her. So if you're a fan of her, definitely stay tuned. If you don't like her, too bad, she's coming. If you want to give me my opinion on her, I wish she was a heel just because she was a heel in the UFC. It played it better. She was role model to little girls or whatever. Do nothing bitch was her thing. So it was like kind of funny. So, so that's basically my thoughts on her.
Yeah, that. Pretty much. I mean, I have not much to add because that pretty much hit the nail on the head. I don't want her to win the title now. I don't think that's a good move. I don't want her to become like Brock and never show up. I wish she was on TV every week, but I get why she's not. Because she's a main event. Like, she's a marquee human. So I understand, but yeah, I want her around more. Without the title now. Later, I want her to have it.
All right.
Yes. Let's go.
Universal Wrestling 5. Universal period, Wrestling period 5. Number 5. Do you think Braun Strowman is the right superstar to be the next face of the WWE? Double E.
Yes and no. And the reason I say no is because Seth Rollins exists. Braun could easily, and no one, he could easily be the face of the WWE and no one would bat an eye. However, Seth Rollins should be right now, in my opinion. But that's how I feel. I would love to see Braun up there, sure.
Either his picture is Nicholas, or he looks just like Nicholas.
I'll find out. I'm kind of curious.
I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
I like Seth Rollins a lot, but I'll do you one better. Braun's way more marketable. He's way more. He's got a way more unique look. He's got all this stuff going for him. He's more personable. If you see him outside of the ring, Rollins is a little bit more of the shy, don't talk to me kind of guy outside of the ring. I think Rollins is 100% worthy of it. Both of them are worthy of it. It's really picking, do you like pepperoni or plain? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't agree particularly with the marketing thing.
Oh,
I
yeah,
get
dude.
why.
Braun stands out. That's the difference. That's
but
how you market somebody.
but I mean,
Rollins looks like everybody that does CrossFit in California.
He's got the burn it down thing. He's got that catchphrase or whatever. Braun's got his thing.
But physically, does he look different?
I mean, he's fucking jacked as fuck, but
So
no.
are every other CrossFit. Have you ever watched Ninja Warrior?
Yeah, but
you see Seth Rollins.
But who's more over right now? It's Rollins.
Is it?
It is 100%. Not a doubt in my mind.
I don't agree.
Okay, that's fine. We don't have to agree on everything.
We don't have to agree.
But you're a fucking idiot and I hate you.
Who sells more merch?
Probably Rollins.
No, Braun.
Is it really Braun? Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Good for him because he's only got a shirt.
That's what I'm saying. He's killing it.
No, that's good. Like I said, I don't.
That's why I'm saying marketable. He's got more quotes about him. He's got. I
am a
look.
huge Braun guy, so
I
that's fine. Whatever. I'm happy with either.
Same guy asked 2 questions. You want to answer both of them?
Are they good?
Do you think Roman Reigns will ever get to defeat Lesnar?
No, not now.
I hope not.
Not now.
I think it's funny now.
Yeah, I don't want it to happen. If he's gonna take the Universal title off anyone, I don't want it to be Brock.
Okay. JoJo_Allen.
JoJo Allen.
Will the Undisputed Era come up over? All right, let me read this again.
Try again.
Will the Undisputed Era? I'm just gonna put it in my words.
Okay.
Come to the main roster intact, or will they break up in NXT?
Good fucking God. If they don't come up as a unit, I'm going to kill myself.
I'll tell you why they're going to come up as a unit.
Why? Sanity?
No, they're just not big enough to come up solo.
Adam Cole is.
I'm not saying popularity-wise. I'm saying size-wise. He needs some heaters with him. I guarantee you that's the way they look at it, man.
You're probably right.
That's why they put them all together in the first place.
In our eyes, Adam Cole is a main eventer.
100%.
But yeah, you might be right. But oh God,
it's a good thing. This is a good thing. I'm saying he's gonna come up with them.
I want that.
Yeah.
I don't want them to break up, but you know how this works. They will break up. Yeah.
I see him coming. He'll come up with some of those guys, and then he'll get the. Not so much the Seth Rollins J&J security type vibe where they'll help him out a lot more. Except those guys can go in the ring.
And Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish will probably be tag champions.
They could be, or they could revival them, or Miztourage them.
Well, if they keep, here's the thing: if they keep all 4 of them or 3 of them, however they decide to go forward together, none of them will fade away.
Yeah, I don't see Roddy sticking with them.
I think
he's awesome.
I love Roderick Strong. Yeah.
And maybe when Fish comes back, he turns babyface and goes against them all because he's mad that they they let Roddy in.
I think it's going to be a 4.
And Roddy will stay.
I think there's going to be 4 coming up to Maine. Whether it continues after that, and we could get an Adam Cole Roderick Strong feud later on, like on Maine, which would be fucking awesome. I would love to see that. I don't know, maybe for like an IC title or something. I would love to see it. So yes, I think they'll bring him up as a unit, but I have no hope.
I think they will. I think it's guaranteed.
All right.
I'll put my nuts on the line.
I hope you're right.
When will we ever get Bryan Miz? I think we answered that.
Yeah, last week.
On it. Yeah.
So yes, it'll happen someday.
What is it? Will James Ellsworth be the next SmackDown Live Women's Champion from PJ Poppins?
You want my real answer?
Dude, just go.
That's the dumbest fucking question I've ever heard in my life.
So I'm going with yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Peter Wayne Kent, why don't you guys cover ROH a little more? Please? Question mark. I will say this. It's tough getting Jake to watch Raw.
Yeah, you expect me to watch... Okay, granted, Ring of Honor is usually a better fucking thing anyway. How do I watch it?
Dude, it's on Nessun, where we're from.
No shit,
yeah,
really?
Oh, yeah, they put it on every... And you just go to anything, really, type in ROH, and you can watch last week's episode.
I'm not watching it on purpose.
No, I know.
I would like to get more educated on the topic. I just have other things I want to be doing. That isn't that.
Yeah, I'll say this. I put a lot of time and effort into everything wrestling. I watch Ring of Honor a lot. I do enjoy Ring of Honor.
Why don't you cover it more?
I have friends on it because what do you want me to talk about myself?
Sure.
I'll do another Chris Benoit podcast by myself.
That's fine. I'll be here. I'll be like, things, Young Bucks, I like.
No, man, I got friends over there. I got, it's a great product. I can talk about it more if you would like, man. I think the All-In thing is going to be, I mean, granted, it's not just Ring of Honor.
I think
everything.
we should, I know we don't talk about it much, but I think we should do All-In predictions.
I'm fine with that,
That would be
man,
like
I think that is awesome.
Yeah,
Are you just going to go off name value, though? Because you haven't even been keeping up with the product?
Yeah, but I could do a little research.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll be going off name value.
No,
but,
I think it's a great product, though, and if you like me to cover it more, I can do a segment.
I mean, I've watched
with
like
you.
highlights and shit. Like I've watched clips. I'm not entirely, and I know some of the people. I'm not entirely uneducated on the topic, but I just don't watch like the weekly product.
Yeah.
But yeah, All In predictions. You heard it here first.
If you want me to be completely honest, more people listen to us for WWE.
That too.
We have a way smaller market for Ring of Honor. I would gladly talk about it with you guys, though. So next week, ask a question about Ring of Honor, and I'll answer it. We can have a little texting conversation back and forth like this.
And maybe I'll give an answer that I didn't know nothing about.
That probably will happen with you.
I do that a lot.
I do that a lot anyway.
All right, fair.
I mean, granted, we did think Baron Corbin was on SmackDown still.
Oh, we cut that out.
We had that debate.
We cut that out. They don't know. All right. Yeah, so got anything else? Anything good?
I'm looking, man. There's a few. I'm just trying to find a good one.
So things happened, and then All-In predictions will be fun, now that I think about it. I won't have a goddamn clue about half the thing. I know who Kenny Omega is. See, here's the thing, though. This isn't really like a Ring of Honor thing, because they're funding it themselves. They sold over 10,000 tickets. It's Cody Rhodes. It's fucking Kenny Omega. It's the Young Bucks. I know all these people. I just don't know who their opponents are going to be in that shit. I hope CM Punk shows up. That'd be fucking cool.
They did want him.
I don't care. I hope
No,
he
I
shows
said
up.
they did want
they
him.
did want him. Well, he's going to be in Chicago at Pro Wrestling Tees for an appearance, at least. So he'll be there. He'll at least be at the event, probably. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Apparently, fucking getting tickets was a nightmare.
Sold out 30 minutes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Get a Grip.
What?
Number 3.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm telling you what this dude's name is.
Oh, all right.
Why do you think Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect were never made WWF World Champions? I'll take this because you probably never watched it back then.
I'm a tiny child.
Tiny child. It's just the timing. They were in an era where, I mean, the IC, that's why the IC title was my favorite, though, is because those guys were all wrapped around that title. They were in a rough era for them to get over that way. I mean, you had guys like Macho Man, you had guys like Hulk, you had eventually Bret Hart's, and it was that era. There was too many big name guys. It's basically like right now they're only pushing Roman and Brock. That was back then with Hogan and guys like Flair and Sid Vicious for a while was in there. And granted, Sid Vicious was a little bit later than them, but it was too many top stars. Back then, title reigns lasted as long as this Brock one's lasting. Except they even fought more with less shows, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, but
so that's why
the thing with those guys is they made their name with that title, though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously they could have been bigger with the bigger titles, but they made their legacy and their names on those lower titles.
Yeah, well, it says a lot, too, that we're talking about those guys still as the best workers because, I mean, I would take them over Hogan, any Hogan match, really. I mean, you put them in there, and except for Hogan versus Rock, and that was mostly the crowd reaction. But, yeah, guys like Ted DiBiase, guys like Andre the Giant, really. I mean, I think he won it once, kind of, maybe, but they didn't say it was real. I don't remember. But, like, all these guys, it's just... You don't need the title to be a star, and I think that's where WWE guys are at right now. Like Kevin Owens doesn't have a title; he's a star.
Yeah,
Braun Strowman's never had a title, unless you count the Nicholas thing. He's a star.
Oh, he's got a giant green belt.
Yeah, I know.
And a broken trophy.
I know, those bastards. But like, yeah, it's basically you don't need a title to be a star. Especially it's a good saying. It's a good way to look at that. There's just so much talent on this roster right now that they can't give titles to everybody.
Nope.
Which I'm glad they're not. And they're not going that old Edge, Randy Orton route where back in the day when they thought someone was a star, they give them the title for a week.
Edge was a great champion.
I love Edge too, but they played hot potato with those titles.
That is super true.
And I'm glad that they aren't. I mean,
here's the
Roman's
thing.
title reigns, dude. I thought I read something where Jinder Mahal's one title reign on SmackDown was
more than
longer
all of Roman's.
Than all of Roman's.
I believe that 100%.
I just don't like the hot potato title. I mean,
see, if it happens every now and then with like a mid-card belt to build story, well, kind of like with the Bar, they did it kind of a little bit for whoever. I forget who they
I don't
were
like it
again.
for mid-card
It was New
titles
Day,
either,
I think,
though.
but yeah,
that's what killed the IC title.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I guess, whatever. They should be doing it with the Cruiserweight titles, what they should be doing.
Yeah,
because that doesn't mean jack shit.
Any kind of buzz.
I know. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's all of it, man. You want me to just go into some plugs for us?
Yeah, let's do it.
Again, guys, check out Rock'em Socks, ROCKEMSOCKS.com. Instagram, all that shit. You probably heard of them. They're kind of a big deal. Shop.spreadshirt.com/stillrealafterparty.
Yeah, if you want some sweet ass merch.
Shop.spreadshirt.com/stillrealafterparty.
ASMR. Let's do it.
Patreon.com. Again, guys, we're going to start doing way more stuff with our Patreon. We're going to start Chop Shop. We're going to maybe do videos. We're going to do all this fun jazz.
Yeah, we're going to try and make Chop Shop like a little more of a production and then move it over to the Patreon for $5 and up patrons as well.
Yes.
So it'll be fucking swell. And the same with the Pop Culture Show, but we might not film that one.
No, that more just because I don't want to look stupid on camera.
Well, you're going to sound stupid, so it'll be all right.
I say ignorant. It makes me feel better.
You're going to sound ignorantly stupid.
Okay, I like that.
Got it.
All right. At Still Real AP on the Twitter. At That Travers Kid on Twitter.
Yeah, it's me.
At That Travers Kid _SRAP.
That's also me on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
I am Zanka Comedy on Instagram, ZANCA. And, basically just fucking hit us up. We'll chit-chat. We do this because we like wrestling.
We will talk to, like, our fans most of the time.
Yeah, we don't have fans.
Well, sure. I mean, we
like,
got
hey,
Aussie Sam over in Australia.
He's the man.
He's a fan.
We got to have him on again.
We're gonna.
All right.
He's my Star Wars ringer for the Pop Culture Show.
Oh, good.
A little teaser for that.
Teach me. I want to learn.
You'll learn.
I won't learn.
You won't learn.
I won't retain it.
No, God,
I forgot about what we started this podcast with, so.
You fap into John Laurinaitis' voice or something.
No, that came after. That was a true story, so I know exactly what that's about.
Gross.
Yep. So that's all, guys. So basically, for Jake, I am Zanka. Peace, love, leg drops.
Happy Rusev May.